Hey guys, I'm Natalie. Welcome to today's low impact, high intensity full body workout. Today's going to be another all standing workout, so you will not need a floor mat, but you'll need a set of 2 hand weights. Let's get started with our 2-minute warm up today. I want the feet to be hip distance apart. And let's start by drawing the knees up towards the midsection, so up to hip height if you can. The back is long and tall. Pull yourself up through the crown of the head and support this really long torso from the tip of the skull to the base of the spine using a strong core. Let's roll the shoulders up and back for 1, 2, and 3, and try and maintain this posture as much as we can remember the whole time we're working out. Put an imaginary book on top of your head to keep your torso long and tall. Hands up, and when you're ready, you're going to pull down on an imaginary ladder, climbing the rungs. So I want you to make sure that you're not hunching over to get there, the back's still long and tall, and you're not just flopping the hands, you're really pulling down on those rungs like you're climbing that ladder. Let's do a few more here, guys. For 3, 2, and 1. Put the arms overhead, walk a little bit wider, and then we're going to do knee to elbow, but once again, keep the backs long and tall, so we don't want you to crunch over. Just bring the knee towards the mid-plane and the elbow towards the mid-plane. They do not need to kiss, the knee and the elbow. A few more. 3, 2, and 1. Arms back overhead, and this time, try and bring the heel up to the booty to try and kick the booty. Grab an imaginary bar overhead and then pull down behind your head to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Warming up the upper and the lower body, easing ourselves into it today. Let's do a few more for 3, 2, and 1. Just do a little shuffle on the spot. I'll show you the first move. 2 hand weights. Feet are hip distance apart. I want you to sit back into a squat. So don't bring the knees forward. It's not up and down. Get that booty and pull it to the back of the room so the knees are over the shoulders. Then we're going to walk, do 3 side steps. 1, 2, 3, and then back with an overhead press for 3. Here we go. Step, 2, 3, and back, 2, 3. So an arm push for 3. And then an overhead press as we walk back. Same arm, just your right arm. Stay low, guys. And back, 2, 3. One more, 2, 3. I'm going to start from over here. You're going to sit back into it. We're going to step for 3 and then back for 3 with an overhead press. Get that booty to the back of the room. Here we go. Arm push, 2, 3. Overhead press, 2, 3. Back to the arm push. Stay low. You're just doing a low side step. Keep that booty pressed back. The torso still stays long and tall, so it's not hunched over. 2, 3. Well done, guys. Similar movement. Arms up in front. Sit back and kick. So sit back into a skier squat. Arms come straight up behind you. Squat and then kick with your right leg. Really exaggerate that booty going backwards. The torso naturally just pivots forward. So you really want to send that backside to the back of the room like it's on a horizontal track. So I'll show you on the left leg. So start with the arms up in front, palms facing in. Send that booty back and kick, back and kick. Here we go. Back and then a little kick with your left leg. It can be low. And then you're bringing those arms straight up behind you. Palms are facing in. The arms stay straight the whole time. It's okay to get a little momentum with the arms. 2, 1. All right, guys, back to that low, narrow squat. Arms are hanging. Stand and lift with a bicep curl. Side leg lift for the glute. Here we go. Lift, back to a low squat. Now, when you lift, squeeze and hold that leg. You're trying to get the outside edge of your right foot up to the ceiling, but keep the torso tall and long and vertical. Squeeze and hold, squeeze and hold, squeeze and hold. So I'll show you on the other side. So we're lifting that leg. Of course, I'm not getting my foot parallel. I'm bringing it up as high as I can by engaging the side glute. Stand and squeeze. So try and think of turning your toes down towards the floor, and that will keep the outside edge of that foot kind of perpendicular to the body. Squeeze and hold. using the outer booty of your left leg. All right, guys, I want you to bring this right foot into a V. Step it back. You're on the ball of the foot. You're gonna lunge and squeeze that leg up using your glute. Here we go. Lunge and lift. This time you're doing a tricep extension. The palms are facing in. Squeeze the triceps as you bring those arms into a full extension behind your body. Right knee's coming bent. Bring the knee close to the floor. I'll show you on the other side. So turn it out on an angle. Step back onto the ball of the foot. Lunge and lift. So I just want the foot slightly turned out. Here we go. Lunge and lift. Bring in your left knee as close to the ground as possible into that lunge, coming deep into it. Squeeze the booty, squeeze the triceps, lift. Keep it going, guys. 3 seconds. Well done. Grab a drink. And then one hand weight. Start with a wide stance. The feet are facing out to the corners of the room. We're gonna squat, bring the weight to the ground, stand and squeeze, bring the weight to the ground, then to the hip. Weight to the ground, stand and squeeze, weight to the ground, then to the hip. Here we go. Squat it, stand, squat it, weight to hip. Down, stand, down, weight to hip. So you're bringing that right knee up across the center of the body as you bring the weight across the body to the right hip. Hopefully I'm explaining this. So I'll show you on the other side. Squat it down, stand, squat it down, weight to hip, squat it down, stand. Get ready. Here we go. Squat, stand, squat, weight to hip, squat, stand, and then the weight to the hip. Always returning to this middle position of the weight to the ground. A few more, guys. 2, 1. All right, stand a little bit wider. Similar move. Weight comes to the inside of the foot with a side lunge. Stand, inside of the foot, weight to hip, and then back to the inside of the foot. Here we go. Inside of the foot, stand. Inside of the foot, weight to hip. Inside, stand. Inside, weight to hip. It is a brain teaser. You know I like to do that so that you're not thinking about all the issues that you've got to face in your life, but you can just be fully present with the workout. So side lunge, stand, side lunge, weight to hip, back to that side lunge. Here we go. Side, stand, side, weight to hip, side lunge, stand, side lunge, weight to hip. I really want you to be focusing on your body, on your breath, and on the movements so that you can check out and don't worry about what's going on. This is your time. All right, guys. So we're gonna re-lunge, pull, re-lunge, pull, re-lunge with your left leg. Here we go. Re-lunge, pull. So the knee's coming up and you're just bringing the weight towards your belly button. So you're pushing it forward, pulling it in, making sure you bring your left knee close to the ground in that rear lunge. 2, 1. I'll show you on the right leg. So making sure it is a rear lunge. You're not stepping back. Keep that hip tucked under. 2 right angles and then pull. Here we go. Rear lunge, pull. Rear lunge with your right leg. Bring your right knee as close to the ground as you can into that rear lunge. Really stepping back into it. A few more, 5 seconds. 2, 1. Feet in a V. Your left leg. Curtsy, bring the weight to the hip, and tap, bring the weight to the hip, or bring that knee up again. Here we go. Hip to hip. Curtsying with your left leg. Bring your left knee close to the ground. Back into that curtsy. If you lose your balance, just tap. Still bringing the weight. Hip to hip. Torso still long and tall. Right leg. So we're stepping back into it. Booty is going back down on an angle. Weight is going hip to hip. Here we go. Hip to hip. You can bring that knee up or just tap. This is a booty move for your left leg, for the left quad, but it's also a core move. Why? Because we're balancing and the way we're moving the weight in front of the body. Well done, guys. Grab a drink. And then two hand weights. Back to the start. So sit back into that squat. Remember, it's not up and down. Send that booty back. And then we're gonna walk, step to the side for 3, and then back for 3. Here we go. Step, 2, 3, back, 2, 3. Keeping the torso long and tall. Stay low, 2, 3. The left arm's just tucked in for the ride. Just the right arm. Stay low, step, 2, 3. All right, shake it out. So get back into that low squat. So remember, you're not here. Send that booty back, really exaggerate it. We're gonna step to the left for 3 with an arm push. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and back. 2, 3, and step. Keeping that torso long and tall. So what I mean is no hunching. You've got a nice straight line from the tip of the skull to the base of the spine, even though you're pivoting forward. 2, 3. All right, guys. We're gonna get into that hip distance stance. Arms up in front, skier squat, and then kick with the right leg. Here we go. Sit back, kick, really exaggerate, sending that booty to the back of the room like it's on a horizontal track or someone's got a chain right on the base of your spine, and they're pulling you back, pulling you back. Other side. Your left leg, shoulders back and down, arms up in front. Sit back, and then the palms are facing in, and the arms come up and back, all the way behind you. Sit back. So you can let your arms swing a little bit on this one, but controlled. All the way back and then up to shoulder height. Keeping the torso long and tall, even though you're pivoting forward, you're not hunching over. All right, guys. Back to that narrow squat. Sit back into it, let the arms hang. We're gonna stand with the side leg raised back into the squat, keeping those toes pointed down. Here we go, stand and squeeze, and then straight back down into that narrow squat. Send that booty back, sit back into it, look down, knees are behind toes. Squeeze and hold as you lift that leg using the side glute. So as you lift, I want you to think of the side booty getting involved. Keep the torso straight so you're not out here. Sit back, stand and sit. The bicep curl is a hammer curl. Palms are facing in, squeeze and hold. Squeeze and hold that glute. Imagine the outside of your left glute squeezing and holding that leg up in the air. All right, guys, with your right leg, turn it on a V, step it back. We're gonna come into a rear lunge and then lift with a tricep extension. Here we go, rear lunge, lift. Palms are facing in, squeeze those arms all the way back, extend them fully, feel those triceps, shoulders are back and down, squeeze that right glute, squeeze it up, and then bring your right knee close to the ground. So I'll show you on the left side. Turn it onto a V, step it back. We're coming down, not out. Both knees are bent. Here we go, rear lunge, lift. And then as you come back down, you're bending your right knee, bringing it close to the ground, squeezing the glute, bringing the knee down. Squeeze it up, bring the knee down. A few more, guys. Bring that left knee as close to the ground as you can. All right, guys, grab a drink. One round to go. And then one hand weight to finish it off. So remember, wide stance, feet are facing out to the corners of the room. Squat it down, stand, squat it down, weight to the hip, down and stand. Get ready for the squat. Squat and stand, squat, dumbbell to hip, squat, stand, When you do the stand, I want you to brace the abs and squeeze the glutes. So squat, squeeze, squat, weight to hip, squat, squeeze the glutes. So I'll show you on this side. I want you to squat, squeeze those glutes. So don't let the back collapse out, squeeze it. Get ready. Here we go. Squat, stand and squeeze, squat, weight to hip, squat, stand and squeeze, weight to hip. Keep it going, guys. Let's watch our form when we get tired while I get sloppy. Squat, squeeze, weight to hip. One more, squat, squeeze. Similar move, a little bit wider. Push to a side lunge. Side lunge, weight comes to the inside of the foot and stand. Inside of the foot, weight to hip. Here we go. Side lunge, stand, side lunge, weight to hip. Back to the side lunge, and then back to the weight to the hip. Every time you do a side lunge, the weight comes towards the inside of that lunging foot. Side lunge, stand, side lunge, weight to hip. Your left. So side lunge, stand, side lunge, weight to hip. Here we go. Push to a side lunge, stand, side lunge, weight to hip. Always returning back to that side lunge as the center move. Side lunge, stand, side lunge, weight to hip. Working our inner thigh, our booty and our quad in the side lunge. All right, guys, your left leg. You're gonna step back into a rear lunge and pull, making sure it's a rear lunge, 2 90-degree angles with these legs. Rear lunge, pull, torso, long and tall. Let's watch our form. So no hunching over. Put that book back on your head. A nice long, tall torso. This is a core move. It's also working the glute and the quad of this front leg. Other side. Right leg going back. So I don't want you to step back into it like this. It's a rear lunge. That hip's not open, it's tucked under. Bring the knee close to the ground. Close to the ground and pull. That back's on your head. So no one like this. Pull that, pull the torso up through the crown of the head. Nice, long, tall torso. Nice, loose and relaxed shoulders. 2, 1. Last move. We're gonna slow it down. Your right, left leg. Curtsy, tap. We're gonna go slow. Curtsy and tap, or curtsy, knee up. Really slow. I'm trying to bring the heart rate down. So bringing your left leg or your left knee close to the ground in the curtsy, slow. It's hard to make yourself go slow. I think it's harder. So we're coming back into a curtsy. Bring this knee close to the ground. Here we go. Curtsy and tap, or curtsy, knee up. Weight comes hip to hip. Slow. Let's bring that heart rate down. A few more seconds, guys. Last move of the day. 3, 2, 1. You are done. Congratulations. All right, we're just gonna bring the heart rate down a little bit more. I want you to do 3 big arm circles up and back for 1, 2, 3. Grab the hands and pull them behind you. Just moving about on your feet a little bit, so not staying still. Switch which hand is on top, and then pull the arms back a little bit more. Just changing up our cool down today because this all standing routine got my heart rate up. I don't know about yours. Okay, now bring your right leg forward, step the left leg behind you. Feet are both facing forward. Sit back into this left leg, bend the right leg, and open up this left hip. Bring the arms up overhead, looking up between your hands. Shoulders are back and down. Don't hunch them up. Now bring your left arm up in front of the body, catch it with the right, still pressing back through your left leg and opening up this shoulder. Bring the arm up, reach down the center of the back, press down on your left elbow with your right hand, and if you like, very gently leaning over the right side of your body, back to center. Open up this back foot So it's now perpendicular to the body, and open up the arms into a warrior, sending the arms away from each other, pulling yourself up through the crown of the head, a nice long tall torso. Bring your front hand on the front leg, and then reaching up and over with the back arm. Be careful not to hunch the shoulder. So make sure the shoulder's loose and relaxed in the socket, but reaching the hand away from that back leg. So you're opening up the side of your body, looking up under your armpit if you can. Come back up to warrior, step the legs together, step the other leg back. Feet are both facing each other. The front leg is bent, the back leg is straight. You're pushing through this right hip, breathing into it, sinking into it a little bit more. The front leg is bent. Bring both arms up overhead and looking up between the hands, really opening up that back hip. Be careful not to shrug the shoulders up. Keep them, kind of roll them back and down. Keep them loose and relaxed, but still pressing the arms away from the floor. That makes sense. Bring your right arm up in front of the body, catch it with the left, and breathe into this shoulder, pressing out against it with this front hand. Reach the arm up and down the center of the back, reaching down with the other hand and pressing down on the elbow and very gently leaning over the left side of your body, opening up that right hip, only if you have the balance. Back to center. Turn this back foot so it's now horizontal, opening up the hands, pulling yourself up through the crown of the head. The hands are pulling away from each other. Bring this front hand on the front leg or the forearm, reaching the back arm up and over the body. Now you're reaching the arm away from the back foot, but be careful you're not doing what I always do, and that's hunching that shoulder. Keep the shoulder back and down in the socket, loose and relaxed, even as you stretch the side of that body, feeling that awesome stretch on the right side of your body. Come back up to center, arms together. Guys, let's do a quick quad stretch. You earned it. I know I always run over, I'm so sorry. I really don't feel like I should compress the stretches because they are such an important part of our workout. And we earned it, we earned the stretch. Let's do the other side. So do I call it a 21-minute workout and do a 3-minute cool down? Or just let it run over like this? No one seems to complain, so I'm guessing you guys think it's all right. All right, shake it all out. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much for working out with me. Please leave any comments or suggestions down below. And I'm thinking that we're gonna have to get on the floor for next week's workout. I hope that's okay. I'll see you next week.